Alright everyone, welcome to another live stream. Today we will be taking a look well, to celebrate 1600 subscribers. I decided, why not, let's have some fun. Let's read a Luffy X Carrot fan fiction. I found this one. It's pretty great. It's called Carrot's Lover for Luffy. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to show up. Thomas is already here. Oh, and Sinbad. All right, all right. We're gonna get started momentarily. I'm gonna tweet this out. Where and get more people in here. It's gonna be lit, man. Uh, I don't know how long we'll be streaming. Just for a little bit. Wanted something to do. Also, because I don't have much time to make videos, I wanted to have something out this week. But I will have that review out soon. New hold potentially inappropriate messages for review. No, you guys are fine. Tweet that out. Oh, it hasn't updated yet. It's still. Did it? I mean, you guys are getting the right thing, right? Are you guys getting the right title and thumbnail? Because I just tweeted it out and it. No, okay, it seems fine. Also, it says I'm streaming on YouTube Gaming. I don't know. This is weird. Homura is here. I don't think I've seen you on stream before. Welcome, welcome. We're gonna get started shortly once more people show up. Otaku Kun is here. Nice, nice. Man, this story is so good. Like the first time I read it, I'm like, oh man, I have to read this on stream sometime. Oh, it's gonna be great. Um, all right. I'll let the Discord people know. Everyone, I'm live. Nice. All right. Reading Luffy X Carrot fanfiction. Carrot for Nakama. Yes. Carrot for Nakama. Man, I can't wait. If you guys been reading these past few chapters, Carrot's definitely gonna join the crew. That's gonna be great. Harold is here. Big Ounce has arrived. I say it's time we get started. I mean, it's fine if people show up late because the juicy stuff doesn't really happen. We have 5 chapters here. The juicy stuff doesn't happen until a bit later. There's a lot of setup. Um, what do I think about Gear Fourth Snake Man or whatever? Alright, so another thing. There's gonna be some One Piece spoilers here. So like if you're catching up to One Piece, we're probably gonna be spoiling some stuff. I don't think it will be anything crazy. But this is a One Piece related stream, so some spoilers will probably show up. Like this, we got Luffy's new form. Well, for one, we haven't seen it yet. But I mean, I don't really care at this point. I'm kind of just waiting for the arc to end. It's been going on for a bit too long, in my opinion. But it'll be interesting to see. But I just don't, because Katakuri's such a good villain. I don't want Luffy to just get a new form and beat the shit out of him. I really want it to like end in a tie or something where they both acknowledge each other's strength. I think that would be really cool. Um, but yeah, like I really just want it to wrap up. It'll probably be over by chapter 900. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I'll be eagerly awaiting these next few chapters anyway. Absolute Zero is here. Um, all right, how many? Not sure if anyone else is going to join. Maybe at some point, whatever. All right, so I found this on fanfiction.net, which is a lovely website. They have a whole bunch of stuff. Um, and yeah, I say we should just get started. And if people show up and they miss it, they can always just rewind the video. So, for a bit of context, this story takes place, I think, right as the Zoe arc is ending, which was around chapter, I don't know, 820. God, that's whole cake is too long. Anyway, so this is chapter 1. Can I join? In fact, do I have? Yeah, no, I mean, if you guys want, I can throw this up on the screen, but it'll probably be small, too hard to read for you guys. But I'll just read it out. That's fine. Ed and Eddie meets Paper Mario. Harold, what are you talking? Oh no. Oh. I'd love to see that though. That sounds amazing. All right, chapter 1. Can I join? Luffy. God, this is so dumb. I'm gonna hate this. Also, guys, 18 plus rating here. The story gets pretty lewd. Not gonna lie. So if you're underage, mm, mm-hmm. In fact, if you guys want to read along, I will post the link in the chat right here. There, that we can do it that way. Okay, let's go. Luffy, Zoro, wake up! Nami shouted. Luffy got up and looked around to see that everyone was up. Well, everyone but Zoro. I should also mention the grammar in this story is horrible. So if something I say sounds weird, it's just how it's written, or maybe I'll try to change it. But whatever. Anyway, Nami walked over to him and hit him over the head. Zoro, get up! We're ready to head out to get Sanji back from Big Mom. Yeah, so a bit of exposition. Big Mom was one of the four Yonko, and they are the people who control the New World. Sanji had been taken by her prior to the Straw Hats meeting up. God, the grammar's so bad. I don't think this person knows what a comma is. Oh, there's a comma there. Well, they obviously don't know how to use one right. Anyway, Zoro finally got up, a little annoyed. Nami, you didn't have to hit me, said Zoro. Nami just glared back at him. Look, Zoro, I yelled your name twice. After a while, everyone had gotten up. They all went to say goodbye to the Minks. Yeah. When they met up with everyone, I like how they go out of the way. I'm just going to be critiquing this the whole time. They go out of the way to introduce who Big Mom is, give some exposition, but they're not the Minks. But well, whatever. Minks are lame anyway. When they met up with everyone, they were thanking all the Minks for letting them stay there on Zoe. Carrot got Carrot. We got Carrot, the best character. Carrot got talking with Luffy. Oh, oh no, got talking. Harold, you asking why the author? Did the author say why they did it? What'd they say? Hey guys, this is a short chapter of a story. I think it's going to be great. I'm open to any suggestions. Yeah, because this was multiple chapters. I guess they released them over time. Anyway, yeah. So Kara got talking with Luffy about what lies ahead for the crew. She knows deep down she wants to go with them, but there was one problem with that. She didn't want to leave Zoe and all of the Minks behind. Bye, Carrot. I'm off to go get my Nakama back, Luffy said as he was walking away to return to the Thousand Sunny, but was stopped. Carrot was holding his arm, and even though she didn't know if she should or not, Luffy stared at her in confusion. Carrot, what is it? Carrot thought to herself that if this was the right thing to do or not, or if she should just let go. God, the idea of going somewhere new interested her, but she thought there's missing words. But she thought, was there some other reason she wanted to go with him? She then realized something she knew thought of. It was this feeling she had in her. It was something that she didn't really think of till that moment, but that was out of the question. They were different species, yet she remembered that they were a four of minks. Oh, this is peak writing right here. Holy shit, man. Okay, where was I? Then it came to her, without Eve thinking, she looked at Luffy in the eyes and said, Luffy, can I, come with you and join your crew? Alright, just straight up asking. I mean, it worked for Chopper. At least I think that's how Chopper, or maybe it was Usopp. It's been a while. Maybe it was just Usopp. He's like, yeah, no, take me with you. Bestiality incoming? Hey, we don't know what's about to happen. Anyway, Luffy looked at her with a blank face for just a moment, but for Carrot it felt like an eternity. She let of him realizing what she asked him. He began to laugh to himself, then look her back in the eye and told her, "Yes, Carrot." He smiled and yelled, "Let's go! Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams." That's not what it says. I was just... Okay. She felt like hugging Luffy, but all she did was tell everyone that she would meet them at the gate of Zoe. They ran off while Carrot ran to collect her stuff. She hurried and took everything she would need for the journey to the gate where everyone was waiting. She smiled and blushed a little at the sight of Luffy. Soon they set off down and made their way to the sunny. It's so hard to read this. When it was finally in sight, they all got ready to set sail. She could hardly wait to see the world. Okay, everyone, this was chapter 1 of, what's it called again? Carrot's Lover for Luffy. Even the title isn't. Even the title isn't proper grammar. Oh my god, and the words aren't even capitalized. Oh my god. Does anyone else sense sexual tension between Carrot and Usopp? Are you talking about this story or during the actual manga? Because oh yeah, man, I sense Carrot sexual tension with everyone. Usopp X Zola. Oh god, what have I done? This is a cancerous comment section. All right, stream's still looking good. Okay. Uh, okay. Carrot's love for okay. They're spelling they fixed the title in chapter 2, but like the title of the actual thing is still wrong anyway. Carrot's love for Luffy chapter 2, leaving Zoe. um Carrot had spent her entire life on Zoe. The fact that she is leaving her home for the first time scars her a little, but she decides to just focus on being with a group of new friends, even though they spelled though as THO. Oh my god, how old was the person who wrote this? Even though she wanted to see the world and wanted to be really good friends with everyone, she wanted most of all Luffy. Okay? I wonder why. Luffy seemed to make her happy in a way no one ever had. It was so strange to her. She had never considered being with a human before that day. When they got back. When they got back down to the Sunny, Frankie decided to give Carrot the grand tour of the Thousand Sunny. After seeing all the rooms on the ship, she was shown where she would sleep. It was with Nami and Robin, naturally. Uh, so what do you think of the ship? It's super, ain't it? Frankie said. Carrot smiled at him. Yes, it is, Frankie. Who designed it? Oh, oh, that's funny. He grinned as he explained how he built this ship back at Water 7 in the first half of the Grand Line. Remember that, guys? Carrot is going to defeat Blackbeard. Yeah, man, just you wait. Okay, Carrot suddenly felt a tap on her shoulder. It took her by surprise and she jumped a little. Hey, Carrot, how's it going? Luffy said with a real dorky but adorable smile. Carrot laughed to herself for a moment, then said, I'm great. Frankie here has shown me every room of the Sunny. Thank you, Frankie, Luffy said. And just like the composition and like the spacing of all these things, it's so bad. Uh, Best part of Water 7 is Foxy. I mean, you're not wrong. Foxy for Nakama. Alright, then a voice that sounded like Usopp's came from the deck. Here we go, best character. He was calling for Frankie to come, wink wink, so he went, God, it's so bad, the grammar's so bad. So he went to see what Usopp was yelling about. Luffy and Carrot were now alone, and in that instant she thought about kissing Luffy, but she decided not to. She looked at him, though, wanting more. Wanting to be more. So, Luffy, I hear you're from East Blue, is that right? Carrot asked, slightly nervous. Luffy looked at her for what felt like forever before saying, well, yeah, I am, along with Nami, Usopp, Sanji, and Zoro. She thought to... Well, I mean, I guess Sanji isn't technically from East Blue. She thought to herself, wow, that's half the crew, she asked. She asked him about the scar under his eye. He told her how when he was younger, he stabbed himself there to prove he was a man. Yeah, that actually happened. Alright. Carrot thought that was funny, and soon the two were laughing over that. She asked about the one on his chest, but he didn't want to talk about how he got that one. Yikes. It didn't take long for them to start talking. She asked him if he had any friends outside the Straw Hats, and he told her about Red Hair Shanks, who he has like spoken with once and not any time recently. Like he, whatever. Boa Hancock, yeah, you should have brought her up. She's also in love with Luffy. That could prove to be a really interesting love triangle. Okay, the more they talked, the more she fell for him. She thought to herself that she could listen to him talk for hours. Then she noticed Luffy was quiet, and she asked him why he stopped talking. He replied, "You seem dazed and daydreamy and stuff." They both giggled a bit. Soon they felt the ship go into motion. She ran to the deck to say goodbye to Zoe and her old life, and hello and hello to her no life. They misspelled new as no, as in Know. Holy shit. Okay, she watched as her home became more and more small. She was sad to say goodbye, but at the same time, I guess she was excited to go on so many adventures. Let's set a course for Whole Cake Island, Nami yelled, and it was now official. Carrot was a part of the crew. See, this is what Oda needs to shake up his story. He needs like actual official confirmation that Carrot is joining the crew. All right. She was happy to be here. The sun was starting to set, and it looked so beautiful. She knows she had a big day tomorrow, so she went off to get some sleep. I think Robin needs to proofread this one. Yes. Anyway, but this is when things are getting starting to get a bit steamy here. Let's see. We have chapter 3, Carrot's Dream, and if you're reading along, you see that the author here has completely given up on paragraphs and spacing, and now everything is just in one big block, so it'll be even harder to read. But whatever. Carrot's love for Luffy, chapter 3, Carrot's Dream. Oh shit! Fake news. Old Shaman is here, ready to and it's good because we're getting right to the good part, the Carrot's Dream. All right. So that night was her first night as a straw hat. She had no clue. She had no clue on what the next day would hold for her. Now that they were going to Whole Cake Island. Well, I mean, it will probably take. I don't know like how long it takes them to get places in One Piece, but they're probably just going to do nothing all day and wait on the ship. Anyway, she laid in her bed, unable to sleep for a few moments, but soon she was out. It happened in an instant. She opened her eyes, but she wasn't in the room she was sleeping in. She was on the deck with Luffy sitting on the chair watching the moon. Ooh. She walked over to him and tapped on his shoulder. "Luffy," Carrot said as he turned to face her. He smiled at her and she blushed slightly. Carrot, now smiling back at him, asked, "Why are you up? Aren't you tired?" Luffy got up and walked over the railing on the ship and then leaned on it. It's so hard to read. "Still watching the moon," he said. "I just can't sleep." She walked over to him and just sort of stood there. She didn't know what to do yet. She knew that she liked him, but what about him? Did he feel the same way? Asking the questions. She stood there for a few moments. "Luffy, why are you watching the moon?" she asked. He looked at her and laughed to himself for a second before asking her why so many questions. She just started to blush and deepened and more noticeable red. Luffy, slightly confused, asked her, "Why are your cheeks red?" He walked closer to her, and she had an uncontrollable urge to do something she had never done before. Here we go, boys. When Luffy got close enough, she pulled him in and kissed him. She held him there for a few moments, which felt like an eternity to her. When she let go, he was really confused on what just happened. She stepped back, realizing what she did, and began to say sorry over and over. Luffy, still confused and at a loss at the kiss, asked her what just happened. "I don't know why I kissed you, I just did," Carrot said, now that her cheeks were bright red. She was so embarrassed that she kissed Luffy. He approached her once more, then kissed her back. she couldn't believe this. Is how you know it's a dream, because this would Luffy would never actually do this. Thus, thus kiss through, unlike the other one, felt more intense. Okay, she went back. I'm for more. Soon the two were exploring each other's mouths with their tongues. She had never once in her life made out with someone. This feeling was something brand new to her. Also, how old is Carrot? I just thought of that. I don't want to think about that actually. Soon she just couldn't stop. She wanted him so badly she was willing to do anything at all. She was feeling very lustful at that moment. She went in for one more kiss when she woke up. She shot up in bed and looked around. Everyone was asleep. She looked out. She looked out the window and noticed it was almost time for the sun to start to rise. What? She realized that none of that was real. She had dreamt it all. But she know how she felt, and she couldn't deny it anymore. But she was still afraid to ask Luffy. Okay, so that was chapter 3, Carrot's Dream. What are you guys saying? Groundbreaking, hang yourself, already tried. Um, the Jazzy, Careless Whispers. Carrot X Katakuri, I mean, if it doesn't exist, we'll obviously have to make it. Foxy X Katakuri. You never know, man. Maybe if Oda goes to reintroduce Foxy, like what should happen? Luffy uses a Snake Man, doesn't work. So Katakuri's about to kill him, but then Foxy comes in and saves the day. Then someone might be inspired to write some fan fiction for that. All right, here is, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Carrot's love for Luffy, chapter 4, the confession. This is when it's gonna get a bit, like I said before, lewd. So all you kids, you better log off now. It's time for the adults to talk. Okay. So Carrot, slightly still asleep, walked onto the deck and noticed something odd. Someone was sitting on the lion on the front of the ship. Yeah, I guess that's a lion. Oh yeah, if Neptune's here, he better log off. He's like 12. I don't think he's here though. He hasn't said anything yet. All right. She quietly walked over to the person and then noticed a straw hat. Luffy, is that you? how big is the? How big is this hat? How could she not tell it was Luffy from a distance? Anyway, Luffy jumped up as he had been asleep. He landed on the ground in front of her. She was blushing slightly. Luffy stood up. Why are you up so early? She smiled at him and told him that she was woken up by the dream she had. What happened in the dream? I should try to impersonate the Funimation dub Luffy. What? What happened in the dream? I can't do it. You gotta scream, and I can't scream. There's people in my house. People will think I'm crazy. Um. Okay. Carrot could not tell him as it involved them kissing. Yeah. Okay. Just the thought of it made her blush bright red. Luffy gave her a weird look. He didn't understand why a dream was making her blush. Carrot, why are you blushing? It was just a dream, Luffy said. Carrot looked at him and had an urge to kiss him. Nice. Adult talk going on. Read Berserk. Man, Berserk's not for adults. You gotta be like an edgy 13-year-old for that shit. Oh, Neptune's here. Nice. Now, Neptune, we're getting into some pretty steamy stuff. You better. I'll tell your mother if you're on here much longer. Okay, where were we? Yeah, Carrot had the urge to kiss him. She looked him in the eye and almost without thinking said, "We kissed in the dream." She was nervous at what she had just said. Ooh. In that moment, everything went silent for a few moments before it happened. He kissed her. She was flooded with a wave of emotions, and before she knew it, she was kissing him back. They held it for what felt like forever. When they let go, they stared into each other's eyes. She began to blush again. She walked back over and over, taking his hand. Okay. That was different, she said to him, smiling. Luffy smiled back and replied, "Yeah, it was, but I liked it." It's so out of character. It's great. He took Carrot's other hand. This was something new to both of them. Next thing Carrot knew, they were hugging. She enjoyed his touch. Carrot kissed him once more, but this time was different. She felt his tongue enter her mouth. Ooh, shit. Alright, still holding his hand, she took it and placed it on her breast. Luffy, squeeze it, please, she said. Luffy began to squeeze her breast. A moan escaped her mouth. She was enjoying this a lot. I hope no one else in this house hears me. After a few moments of this, they stopped as she got down on her knees. Oh, I should do a Chibi Reviews reaction. Yo, 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 yo. Okay, yeah. Luffy was very confused by this. What are you doing? Luffy asked Carrot. She smiled up at him and said that he was going to find out in a moment. She began to undo his pants, revealing his huge dick. Luffy just stared at her. She began to play with his dick and lick it. As it began to get hard, soon she was sucking on it. Luffy was moaning uncontrollably as she went along. Here we go. Here we go. Brooke. Maybe that's who Chibi Reviews is impersonating. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Carrot is currently giving Luffy some of that delicious head. Okay, so she stood up and sat on the table nearby and removed her panties and skirt. She began to spread her legs. And remember, Carrot is a rabbit. Luffy obviously had never had sex with someone. Was once again confused. Why are you showing me your vagina? He asked innocently. uh, the kissing part was out of character, but this is definitely something Luffy would say. Um, she smiled at him and said, "I want you to fuck me. I want you to stick your dick in my vagina." This reminds me of Pun Pun. He thought about it for a moment and decided, why not? He positioned himself in the right spot and stuck his dick at her entrance. He slowly slid it in, and she began to moan quietly. As he began to go faster, she began to moan louder, which made him go faster. Soon, I'm gonna stop. Soon she gonna stop moaning his name. Oh, Luffy, fuck me like that. Oh God, don't stop. He could feel an urge in his dick he didn't know. He looked her in the eye and moaned, "I feel a weird urge coming on." She smiled and told him he was going to come. I love how Carrot needs to tell him this. This is great. Uh, and to do it in her vagina. Okay. He agreed and went as fast as he could without breaking a sweat. He started to yell, "I'm coming." He filled her with his cum, and he pulled out. She began to finger. Hold on. She began to finger her. She began to finger her, and it started to come out. After a while, she managed to clean herself all the way. She kissed Luffy as she went to grab her cloths and put them back on, and they both went back to sleep. She really did enjoy their first time. Oh yeah, man. Shit, it's Blair. Man, but Blair, I haven't, you just missed the steamy part. You might want to rewind. Um, Blair, man, I haven't spoken to you in what, months now? You're cool, Blair, man. Never stop. Whew, okay. Uh, oh, this is great. I moved to chapter 5, and it's actually, they made a typo. They called it chapter 4. Like who wrote this? Seriously. I want to go to this guy's page here. What else has this guy done? Dark and depressing short stories. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild short stories. Jeez. All right, but we're on the final chapter here. So let's get started. If you're just joining us, Luffy and Carrot just had steamy sex. Blair, I've been great. We've been doing the manga challenge. We got a lot of good manga read. Doing what is it? Steel Ball Run and Made in Abyss. Those are fun to read. Anyway, but let's finish this first, then we can just do a general talk after. Okay, chapter 5, A Moment to Remember. You mean last night wasn't a moment to remember? The sun woke Carrot up, and all she could think about was the night before. Naturally. Just the thought of it made her really happy. Over in the boys' room, Luffy was woken up by Usopp screaming as an object landed on his foot. Luffy simply got up and walked out of the room at the same time as Carrot. They both saw each other and blushed. They approached each other and smiled at one another. "Good morning, Captain." Luffy, no, it's Carrot. Sorry. "Good morning, Captain," Carrot said as she bit her lip. Luffy took her hand and replied, "You too." And of course, they used the wrong version of "two" there. They started to kiss for a moment. They broke away and went into the kitchen. No one knew about it. What happened the night before on deck. It was Luffy's and Luffy. Luffy's and Carrot's secret. Nami came into the kitchen talking to Robin, and soon they found themselves putting something together to eat. Luffy always has one hell of an appetite, which is why it takes a lot to make food for them. After a while, everyone had made their way to the kitchen, and a lot of conversation broke out. Mostly about the big issue on everyone's mind: how Sanji is doing. Uh, Carrot was listening to all this, but could not help noticing the ship's doctor, Chopper, kept looking at her. Here we go. Here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. The secret plot twist. Carrot thought it. Carrot thought Iz was kind of cute and smiled at Chopper one of the times, which made him blush. Carrot also thought this was cute. After about 20, is she cheating on Luffy already? after after about 20 minutes, the food was. She's such a fucking slut, man. Uh, After about 20 minutes, the food was put on the table for everyone to enjoy. Luffy started. Oh yeah, Luffy started to down plate after plate of food. Carrot thought it was funny how much he ate. She looked over at Chopper, who was enjoying a plate of pancakes, and asked him how he slept. He smiled at her and told her, "Oh, I slept great for the most part. The ship swayed a lot, so it made it hard to sleep." That was probably Carrot and Luffy. Okay, Carrot thought back to the night and realized something. Last night the ship wasn't swaying. Oh, so it actually, what? That's so dumb. That's not how ships work. I was just making a stupid joke. Oh no. Something was up and she wanted to know. Carrot asked if they could talk in private for a moment. Chopper agreed, and they both got up and walked out. In the hallway, Carrot looked at Chopper and said, "The ship wasn't swaying last night." Chopper looked down and then looked at Carrot's face. Chopper obviously had lied about what kept him up last night. "Okay, fine, I'll admit it," he said with a slight pause. I saw you and Luffy having sex." he said, uh, he said as a few tears entered his eyes. Carrot started to feel bad for Chopper and picked him up and gave him a hug. Chopper grew to his human form and hugged Carrot back. Oh no, no. Carrot, still hugging him, said, "Sorry about that. Is there anything I can do?" They both stopped hugging, and Chopper whipped his eyes and stopped crying and started to think. An idea came to his mind. Chopper, now blushing slightly, looked at Carrot. "Maybe we could, do it," said Chopper nervously. Carrot thought about it for a moment. What if we had sex? Carrot thought. Carrot looked at Chopper, thinking this over. Not sure, Chopper almost without thinking. Oh, not sure. Okay. Not sure, Chopper almost without thinking kissed Carrot. She enjoyed it and then kissed him back. They began to make out. It was something that Chopper had never done. They broke apart and went to a more private space before they started to make out some more. Carrot started to grope Chopper's dick. They broke apart again, and Carrot smiled at Chopper and said, "Fuck it, why not?" And that is the end of Carrot's lover for Luffy. So that was beautiful, man. 10 out of 10. I don't have an account here, but if I did, I would definitely give this a favorite. Man, what did you guys think? Wasn't that great? What have you guys been saying? Blair, up to his usual shenanigans. Chopper's. Listen, Chopper, I'm pretty sure. I'm actually curious. I really want to look up how old Carrot is. How old is Carrot? One Piece. You guys are all just like, what the fuck? Jonathan and Dio? Oh man, if that exists. I mean, yeah, it obviously exists. What am I on about? How old are the Straw Hats? No, Carrot is not a Straw Hat yet. Uh, okay, so Luffy is 19, Chopper is 17. Okay, but how old is Carrot? Oh, how old is Carrot? Here we go. Uh, let's see. Chapters, blah blah blah. I removed blah blah blah. How old is Carrot? She said something like the two rulers meeting Shanks and being friends before she was born. So we don't actually know how old Carrot is. Well, Hopefully she's not too young. Jesus Christ. Ugh. I don't know, man. That was pretty great. Like I just love the carrot twist at the end. Ah, all right. So what next? I mean, I don't mind streaming a bit more. Let me look up. I mean, why not just I can. Oh right, yeah. Chopper's underage. I didn't think of that. Yikes. That's no good. That's no good. But maybe they. Who knows? Maybe they have different laws in One Piece land. Okay. Jojo. Let me look up Jojo. Let's see here, and then I can use the tags to narrow it down. Let's see. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, romance. We gotta go rated M, obviously. Why did you mute me on Twitter? Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know. You're just on your usual shenanigans. Annoying. I don't know. Um, Kira X Jotaro, Jotaro X. Oh, yeah. No, thank you. JoJo's Pissar Adventure, Joseph P's on Dio. Okay. JoJo and Dio Fab Story, JoJo's Erotic Adventure. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, this is only short too. Okay. Oh, this is part one, but I don't think any other part exists. I think they. Let me see. Oh, oh God, this is good. This is good. Joseph X Pucci. That would be great. That would be great, especially because Joseph's like an old man at the time Pucci was around. Okay, okay. This one we're switching topics here. Okay, so we're moving on to JoJo's Erotic Adventure Part One: Phantom Emissions. I like this. It was midnight and all is quiet in the Joestar familial home. Not a creature is stirring, not even a mouse. Suddenly, Jojo awakens and screams, "No nocturnal emissions again!" This is going to be great. This is the third night in a row that this happened. Something had to be done with his insanely high sperm count. He was running out of bed sheets. Suddenly, a thought entered his head. If I can't have the girl of my dreams, I can at least score some hot dick. This is good. Okay. Throughout the surrounding lands, there was one man whose dick knew no bounds, Dio, his arch rival, his adopted brother. Good thing we sleep in the same house, Jojo thought to himself. Jojo tiptoed down to Dio's room with his diamond-tired rod in his offhand. His heart was pounding in his chest, and the reality of the situation dawned on him. Man, JoJo fanfiction is so much better than One Piece fanfiction. Oh man, this is great. Okay, creeping through the darkened estate, like, oh no, this is bad. This is really bad. Here, I'll post this so you guys can follow it along. I don't even want to say that. Uh, anyway, Jonathan approached Dio's door. He turned the doorknob. Who wrote this? He turned the doorknob Jewishly. What? No. Oh God. I'm gonna get like my channel shut down. Uh, as the expensive mahogany door creakily swung forward in its frame, all of the blood on Jonathan's beefy body flooded straight to his bulging meat cannon, like hipsters flooding into gentrified neighborhoods. Dio's sleeping naked body was clearly visible on his California king-size bed. Dio's penis was visibly erect, like a monolith rising from the desert, as tall and proud as a flagpole over a 9/11 memorial. Jesus, what the fuck? Okay, uh, these similes are, jeez, they're something else. Yikes, man. Jojo silently approached Dio's Dio's 17-inch long boner with increasing arousal, losing control over his thoughts and motor functions, completely overtaken with feverish lust. Suddenly he lost all control and busted his magma hot load upon Dio's sleeping face like Mount Vesuvius on the Pompeii countryside. This is. Dio woke, his face covered in sticky love syrup like a gay pancake. Jojo, I was just dreaming about you and your sizable dick. Come on, Blair, don't be like that. We all know the creepy fairy tale shit you read. Okay, then how about we make like John Cena and a kid with terminal cancer and turn those dreams into reality? Replied Jojo. Dio's many muscles rippled in excitement. I hope that's a ripple pun. Uh, have you been lifting? Gotta get big, gotta stay big. Then how about you open up for your protein supplement? Dio's big blowjob lips closed around the head of Jojo's poker. I can't read all of this. There, no, I. You'll be the crispy to my cream. I'm just skimming through it now. I'll call you Jojo Brown Star because your ass is heavenly. The only organ you need is my dick. Dio yelled as the mask's ancient jizz magic transformed him into an immortal vampire of pure sexual lust. Okay, that's gonna be it for the stream, you guys. Thank you all for coming out. Um, well, let's see. We read some interesting stories. I have the links there if you want to read them all. I'm really not into this. If 4 kids were 18 plus, yeah, no, that's actually very accurate there. Oh God. Um, if you can't pay the cash, then you're out with the trash. And feel free to quote me. So yeah, we read a nice Luffy and Carrot story. I tried looking for others. There are a few, but they're not good. Like there's like one where I think Carrot has sex with Usopp and gets Usopp pregnant or something. Yeah, that was dumb. Uh, and this JoJo one was amazing, but I really can't like. It's just all really crazy, ridiculous, offensive similes. But it was still pretty impressive. Anyway, so that's going to be it for me. Just a quick update. I'll have my pun review out in a few days later this week, I guess. And then there's going to be a sizable amount of content coming soon. We got I'll have my collection video out by the end of the month, and then we're doing the top manga video in March. I will also be having reviews for Steel Ball Run and Phoenix, along with pretty soon. And yeah, it'll be great. It's just, sometimes like weeks like this where I'm busy with school and with my friends and stuff, I can't always upload like usually as much as I would like. But yeah, no, we're still going. I'll always have some stuff planned. It's gonna be great, and hopefully we will see soon in the newest One Piece chapters. We'll see Luffy join, or sorry, we'll see Carrot join the crew. Jinbei can get killed off because no one likes him or wants him to join the crew, and yeah, that would be good. Hopefully the arc ends really soon because man, yikes, it's a long one. Not as bad as Dressrosa though, but yeah. So I say we're good. So thank you all so much for coming out. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, you can leave your steamy thoughts on the comments below. See, hopefully this won't be taken down. And I'll see you guys in the next video.